Okay, so we're going to open up the psoas muscle. So let's lay on our back. Now, firstly, we'll just loosen the back up. So we want to squeeze the knees together, and I want you to imagine holding a little 5-cent piece between your knees, and maybe even get one so that you know that you're doing it properly. So if you drop the coin, then you know that you haven't got your knees together as you should. So hands interlaced behind the head, pull your chin down, knees are squeezing, and we'll take the knees to the right, and the left foot comes off the floor because your whole inside of your leg is glued together from the ankle to the knee. Every part of the inner leg is glued together. So because the knees are together, then the feet come flat to the floor in the middle. We're not actually lifting the legs up. We're taking it over to the other side. So the only reason one foot's coming up is because it's glued to the inside of the other one. Squeeze your knees tight. So the knees squeezing tight makes your belly work, which you could probably feel. Okay, so then we've got the belly and the spine working together, which is what we want. All right, so chin down, the shoulders are not lifting. So we only take the knees as far as we can without the upper body going with us. Okay, and up, and the other side. Keep the shoulders and elbows down, and just do 6. Go 1, inhale middle, exhale over. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, great. So let's then hold on to our ankles. So the feet have got to come beside your bum. You've got to be quite wide. Neck is long, chin is down. And just take your right knee inwards and downwards towards the floor. So we're going inwards, roll onto the inside of your ankle, coming up. And then the other knee goes in and down. It doesn't matter if it doesn't touch the floor. So it's just notice how it goes. If your knee doesn't get anywhere near the floor, so some of us, you'll feel this really big strong stretch on the thigh here, just to get to here, okay? Or even from here, I've seen people saying, yeah, there's a stretch. Okay, so wherever you can get to go, coming up. Right knee again, press it in and down. Doesn't matter how far, don't force it. We don't want any sharp pains in the knee. Coming up, left one in and down. Coming up, one more on each side. And up, and left one in and down. And then coming up. All right, so let's take the feet pointing straight ahead. Chin is down, breathe in. And lift the bottom up as high as you can. Get that big round circle under your back and flattening into the floor. Exhaling up, breathe out. Flattening into the floor, and we'll go 8 times like that. 1, right to the floor. 2, so we arch, but you actually flatten. Don't bring the tip of your bum with the arch in the back still there. Flatten it out. And then we get the energy transference in the spine, in the lower back. Up we go. And we'll do another 4 more. 1, 2, 3. Hold the 4th one up there. Now press your heels down. Make sure you're not lifting your heels. And if holding your ankles is stopping you from getting your bum as high as you can, let it go. Okay, so big breath in. Keep your bottom up. Squeeze your knees inwards. So it's not squeeze your knees together so they touch. If you can do that, great, but your hips aren't allowed to drop. So squeeze them towards each other as far as you can without your bottom dropping. Pull your knees apart. Squeeze your knees in. Pull the knees apart. Squeeze the knees in. Lift the bottom a little more. Pull the knees apart. One more time. Squeeze in, lift the bum. Pull the knees apart and come down. Great. Now the back might ache for some of us, which is acid in the blood, squeezing into the blood from squeezing into bones, organs, other body tissues. So don't panic if you get an ache from time to time, okay? We'll always get rid of it. So let's bring the knees and ankles together, hands interlaced behind the head. We're going to do exactly like we did before. Take your knees to the right. So we're loosening up the back again. Coming back and to the other side. Coming back and do another 8. 1, 2, shoulders are down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and back to the middle. Fabulous. Okay, so let's just work with one psoas and then the other. So we'll start off with our left. So grab your left ankle, lock your right leg out straight, take your hand over your head, pull your chin down. Okay, so take your knee in and down. Just notice where you get it to go. It doesn't matter how far. Come back up. And exhale, go down. And notice, push the knee down, hold the knee down. And notice, try and pull the back of this right waist down and feel the stretch is stronger in the thigh. Notice to get your knee down, you might be arching your back up because that's where the muscle begins. So if it's short, it's going to lift. So that's what's happening with that. And we're going to try and lengthen this. but the trick is not to force or strain in the knee. All right, so come back up and just press down. Just notice how far you go. Notice what it feels like. We're going to work with this a little bit. All right, and come back up. Okay, so let's just take your hands, interlace them behind the head. Chin is down. Okay, so we're going to firstly drop the knee to the ground. Lift this heel up. Relax your shoulders completely. And we want this knee to stay pointing above the ankle. We're going to press on this knee on the floor and lift the belly diagonally up, but we're not going to let this knee come over with us, okay? All right, so big breath in, chin down, relax shoulders, don't use your shoulders. Exhale up. Now press down on your knee. The only reason we are lifting is because your knee is doing all the work. So if we had to, we could lift this foot off the floor and we would still stay up. That's how strongly the knee on the floor is working. And breathe in, come down. Exhale again, lifting up, relaxing your shoulders, and breathe in, come down. And again, exhale, up we go. Relax the shoulders, push your knees stronger into the floor. Now hold it. Just push your knee down, harder, harder, harder. It feels squeezing into the side of the leg and the bottom, but also we want to get right into the back of the waist if you push down enough. And then come all the way back, and then down. Okay, good. Let's see if that works. So let's grab the ankle, take your leg out, and then just make sure this leg's locked out, toes back, because it stabilizes the pelvis. And then push the knee in and down, and we can probably go a little further than we could before. Okay, we're going to add another one, so something that's a little bit different. Okay, so come up and let that go. So we're going to have our legs locked out straight. We're going to have one leg locked out straight. We're going to bend this knee out to the side again. Now, we don't want the foot up as high to the groin as you can absolutely get it. We literally want the foot, so the heel is above the knee, the ball of the foot is below the knee, so the actual arch of the foot's wrapped around the knee. Okay, we're going to take the hands and interlace them behind the head, chin down. Now we want to push on this knee and it's going to lift the bum again. This time we're actually trying to lift the pelvis level. It's not going to lift level, but we're going to try. Okay, so we are pushing on this knee and the knee is not going to be in the air. So make sure the weight's on the knee as you try to lift your bottom. So push up and breathing down. So it's a lot stronger in this bum, back of waist thing. And let's try and go up again. Relax the shoulders, push up, make sure the straight leg's locked out. Breathing down. And exhale again, lift off the floor, push your knee down. Breathe in, come down, we'll go one more time. Exhale, up we go. Now hold it up, push the right knee, it's left knee. Push your left knee down harder, lift the left hip up higher, push the left knee down, left hip up. Feel it in the way, so you try and screw the hips level. They won't be level, don't worry. And come all the way down. Fabulous. Now let's grab that ankle again. These toes are still locked back on the straight leg. You can take this arm over the head, just push the knee down. Notice we've got a little further. So that's really nice. Come back up, one more time. Just push down and hold. Now try and pull the back of this waist down. Bring this hand onto the belly below the navel. Okay, big breath in. Keep your foot flexed here. And exhale, sitting up. Don't let this knee lift. So we're just lifting head and shoulders without this knee coming up. Breathing down. Exhale, up we go. Breathing down. Exhale again. Push through the straight leg. Breathing down. We're just going to do one more of these. Exhale up. Knee pushes down. If your knee's lifting, I know you can get your head up higher, but you're jamming the stomach meridian. So we're opening the stomach meridian, okay? And the psoas is actually connected to the kidney. So if we pull on the ankle, then we access that part as well. All right, and then let's come down. Now let's see if we can go further. So it doesn't matter if your knee's nowhere near the floor. Okay, if it is though, and you feel comfortable, then tuck your toes under. So your toes point up. Otherwise, leave your foot flexed. There's no point straining. Okay, it doesn't matter if the knee's up, but it's going to stay as low as you've got it, even if it's here somewhere. Okay, bring this foot, so your left foot up under your left bottom. Hand on belly, hand on ankle, firm grip. Breathe in, and exhale. Let's come up again. Pull on the ankle. Knee does not lift, same deal. Breathing down. Exhale. Breathing down. One more time. Exhale, come up. Pull on the ankle, pull on the ankle. and down. Now let's stay here. Interlace your fingers, stretch your palms away, and just working deeper into the stretch. So we're just going to pull the chin in and down. We're going to flatten the lower back into the floor, the back of your right waist. So you can kind of use this for here to flatten, to pull it in. Press the palms away. Make your neck nice and long. Pull the ribs down. Pull everything down. Imagine you've got a big cement slab pressing you down and lengthening you out. Everything except your right knee. The one that's pointing up to the ceiling. So big breath in. Press it all out a little further. And then releasing, unraveling out of that. So just let it go, legs let go. If your knee feels a bit stirred, just bounce it up and down like that a few times. Not too much though, we don't want to dissipate all that energy. And then let it go. Okay, now your back might feel a bit congested because when we lengthen the psoas, it does make a back release. Okay, but in order to actually get that lengthening happening, it does compact the back, especially if it's tight. So it may feel a little bit uncomfortable. We're going to stretch it in a moment. So let's let that settle for a moment. Close your eyes and just feel, you might feel some tingling in your cheek, right underneath your eye. Goes all the way down to the corner of the mouth. This is the stomach meridian. And then down through the side front of your throat, through the nipple, all the way down through the front of your belly. Goes out across the hip here, down the front of the thigh, but the outside of the kneecap. So not in the middle, but just towards the outside of the midline of the thigh. And all the way down, the muscle that's on the shin bone, and then to the second toe, the one near your big toe. You might feel all of that tingle, you might feel some of it. You probably feel flatter on that side, like you're being run over and flattened out. Less chunky compared to the left. The left sort of feels, the right. So the left feels, the one we've been working is the left, and the right side that we haven't worked yet feels a little bit sort of congested maybe, or like your hips too close to your armpit or something. Okay, we're going to just lengthen this left side, the one we've been working on, out a little bit. So pull the knee to the chest, squeeze it in, lock out the leg on the floor. So this is kidney stretch. Remember, with also while we're working the stomach meridian, we're actually also activating kidney because that's where the psoas muscle starts from. So we're going to just hold really specifically over the toes onto the padding of the foot. The other hand is on the thigh. Let's take the legs straight up. Now it doesn't matter if your knee's bent at your chest here. If you can't hold your foot, get a rope and hold just underneath your toes and above the arch there, and hold the rope over it, around each side, or even a towel, okay? Otherwise, hand over. So we want the toes actually, if we can, curled into the palm. We want the ball of the foot curled into the palm, okay, which softens the bottom of the foot, which softens the back of the leg. When we hold the toes, you can try it, you feel all these ligaments switch on and freak out, okay, which tightens and hardens everything. So soft toes in palm, ball of foot in palm, softening everything, and you'll get quick, even though you need to bend your knee more to do that, you'll get further in your flexibility much quicker. Okay, so hand on thigh on the ground there, so right hand on right thigh, chin is down, and just take your leg in the air as far as you can, but don't force or strain. Challenge, but don't strain. Now we want this leg in the air to stay in line with your shoulder. We don't want it swinging out here because it's easier, or across the body or anywhere else. Okay, chin down, lengthen through your fingertips, push through the heel on the floor, lengthen your neck. So we're actually focusing on crown of head lengthening that way, and heel on the floor lengthening the opposite way, creating as much distance between the two as we can. Fingers reaching down the front of the thigh, and you'll feel a pulling sensation in your neck and collarbone, just in the skin, maybe, which is where the kidney meridian ends. It goes across the collarbone, disappears up into your neck, starts off in the foot. So just one more breath. See if we can level up the pelvis. We don't want to hike the hip up to the armpit. We want to create length through the side of this waist here. Exhale everything a little more and letting that go. So just let it settle, hands beside you, palms are up. Breathe into the belly. The shoulders relax. And we're going to do all of that on the other side. So let's grab the right ankle, the left leg's locked out straight in line with your hip it belongs to. Just take this hand over the head, just because that opens the stomach rooting a bit more. Take your knee in and down, open the front of the thigh. Notice there's probably a difference. Maybe this is easier or more difficult. We've usually got imbalances in our hips from right to left. Come back up. Exhale, go down. Come back up. Exhale, we go down, just hold it down, try and pull the back of the waist down just to sort of get a sense of where the muscle begins and ends. Okay, and then let's come back up. Okay, so what we're going to do is bring our feet up. We're going to work on where the point of origin is in the back, in the lumbar spine, by squeezing into it. Okay, so hands in place behind your head, knees and ankles together, drop the other knee to the floor, lift the heel up. So relax your shoulders, breathe in, push the knee. Remember the knee on the floor is doing all of the lifting. Exhale up. So this foot is only here for more height, but if we had to lift this foot off the floor, we would still stay in the air. Breathe in, come down. Exhale, up we go. Push up, push up, push up. Relax your shoulders and breathe in, come down. Exhale again. Press on your knee. Feel it in your bum, the side of your leg, but feel it even in the back of the waist. Shoulders are on the floor. We're not rolling sideways. Breathing down. We'll just do one more of those. Exhale, up we go. Push the knee down. Press down, press down, press down. And then come all the way back and to the floor. So let's retest. This leg out straight again. This foot holding on the ankle, hand over head. And just take your knee in and down, and it's easier. We've had a little release, even if it's a tiny release. But imagine if you did it every day. You just chip away, open up, whole life changes. All right, so press down. Just feel it. We're going to do the other one now. So let's take this leg. This one's going to stay locked out. We're going to bend this knee out to the side. Remember, the heel is above the knee, ball of foot below knee. The ankle is pressing in the floor, but most of the weight's going to be in the outside of the knee here. Hands behind your head, chin down. All right, so push on the knee. So you might do whatever you need to do to get the outside of this knee pressing into the floor. Okay, so it might mean that this bottom lifts already. Okay, and remember we are trying to lift level even though we probably won't. Breathe in and lift up. Now try and lift from your pelvis rather than try to push this bit up. Okay, lift from here, push the knee down, toes back on your straight leg, shoulders relaxed. Breathing down. Exhale, up we go. Push through the straight heel, press the knee down. Breathing down. Exhale up, squeeze up. We're also toning into the back of the waist, which relates to the large intestine. So the large intestine diagnostic area, the back of the waist, and the kidneys. Breathing down, we've got one to go. Exhale up, hold it up, push the knee down, harder, harder. Try and get so right knee's pushing down, right hip's trying to go higher. Right knee down, right hip up, and down. Let's check that out. So let's grab the ankle. Toes back, arm over head, push the knee down. Press it into the floor. Notice we've got some improvement probably. Coming up, we'll just do one more. Hold it down. So we're going to stay down. The foot's staying flexed for now. We're not tucking it under yet. And we're trying to just pull that back of the waist a little lower. This hand's going to come onto the belly below the navel. Breathe in. And exhale, we try and pull up. Breathing down. Pull on your ankle, literally pull on it. Firm grip around your ankle and pull up. It will activate this kidney area there in the back of the waist. Breathing down. And again, exhale. Pull on the ankle, knee down, coming down. Exhale up, push out through the straight leg. And down, just one more. Lift up, pull up, push the knee down. And then down. We're going to stay down. If you can tuck your toes under, again, tuck the toes under. If not, leave the foot out. The knees should be close-ish together. Okay, we've still got the ankle. Now this foot's coming up under the bottom. So this heel, the left heel is under the left sit bone. It's not underneath your right thigh. Okay, hand on belly, still firm grip on ankle, big breath in. And exhale, we come up again, pulling on that ankle, not letting the knee lift. Coming down, exhale up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Breathing down. And again, exhale, squeeze into the belly and pulling on the leg to stretch the thigh. Breathing down. And exhale again, squeeze up. And down. So let's stay here and we're going to work deeper into the stretch. So let's interlace the fingers, stretch the palms away and flatten the back into the floor. So as you push your knee down and forward, flatten the back of the waist down. Remember, if you've got sore knees, if your knee is hurting, don't keep pushing your knee down, lift it up slightly, pull the lower back down twice as hard. So neck is long, chin is down, flattening the back, pull the ribs in and down. Breathing low. A little bit more. Maybe we can just pull the ribs down more, push the palms away more. Notice you push the palms away, the ribs want to lift, so pull the ribs down. Pull the back of the right waist down. And let's let that go. Unravel. Let it settle, breathing below the navel. Feeling some strength, or some length, I should say, in the front of that side. Feeling maybe the tinkle in the cheek and the face, maybe feeling it down the stomach meridian. Feel it maybe along the outside of the shin bone, tingling. Don't worry if you don't feel it. Sometimes it takes a while for the mind-body feeling to connect. All right, so let's pull this knee in so we can release and stretch the back. Push out the straight leg along the floor. And then holding over your toes, the other hand's on the thigh, the chin is down, and take your leg straight up. So neck is long, reaching your fingertips down the front of the thigh, breathing low. Level the pelvis if we could. Keep the breath moving the belly. Level the pelvis a little more. So just one more breath. Lengthen out a little more. Chin down. Let the leg go and lower the leg to the floor. So hands just aside, palms up. Feel the length through the whole back of the body, through the front, through the hip flexors. Good. And we'll just bring the feet up close to the bottom. We'll squeeze knees tight together. Actually, stretch the arms over the head, knees and ankles together. Just lift your bum and keep your knees together. Just squeezing into the back. Helps us seal in the changes we've made. Knees together, don't come up if your knees are separated. Breathing down. So stop coming up if your knees want to separate. Exhale, up we go again. Knees together, squeeze them tight. Coming down one more time. Exhale up, squeeze up, squeeze up. And then down. Hands behind head, chin is down. Now squeeze your knees. Take your knees to the right. Coming up, knees to the left. Coming up, 6 to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then coming all the way back. Good. And let's just pull the knees into the chest, squeeze them in. Rock and roll along the spine and come up. And let's just sit and feel in the body. You'll feel taller for the rest of the day as a result of opening the psoas. Mind and belly. Bring the hands out, draw the arms up, and then hands down that middle line. Thanking you.